Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Now this is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, beloved of most Arty players, and we're on the northeast spawn of Live Oaks. And the name of the player is the Demontaxidriver. Yes, it's that gentleman with 1 mark of excellence on his barrel. He's provided us with many excellent replays in the past, and I believe this one's going to be another doozy. And we're waiting for the countdown to finish and the battle to commence, and it has commenced. And he's turning around to find his firing positions. You can see the rest of his team moving off to their firing positions. Some headed into the town. Alright. It looks like he's going to go into the railway yard at the back. And he's selecting the trees to fire from, and he's gonna cover the area where the enemy are most likely to be seen straight away as they approach the town. And there's a KV2 there. He's dialed in, round out. No, it was a little late. He wasn't quite adjusted. It's unfortunate they hadn't got to the hill yet. That's the hill there where most of the TDs tend to go, all the spotters. Going for the T150 this time. He's leading it. Enough lead. That's it. Oh, he stopped. Oh, if he carried on driving, he definitely would have gone straight into the shell. And that was a stun. Lining the T150 up again. There's the KV2. Okay, the KV2 has stopped to shoot. So he can shoot at that. Round out. Straight away. Lands right behind the KV2. Does 157 hit points of damage. Mostly because it hit the weak armor at the rear. He's still dialed in. The KV2 I think is tracked, so he can hit it if he can reload in time, and he can. Round out again. Oh, this time round the KV2 moves away far enough that he's not tracked, but he was stunned. So there's the T150 waiting for the reload to complete. Okay, it's loaded. Round out. Beautiful shot right into the T150. No explosion, so he definitely hit the target. We don't know how much damage he done, but he did rather. But it will be considerable. Now he's moving away from those bushes, and that's actually quite a good decision. Mainly because he wants to A, close the distance to his target, but B, there's a lot of enemy tanks on the south, and they have actually tended to break through the dip, and he hasn't got that many defenders to hold off the horde as they come in this direction. So he wants some distance between him and that pack of enemy tanks as they turn up. Right, he's moving closer and closer to the town. He's just having a quick look at the moment. Doesn't appear to be aiming. No, he's off. Oh, he's actually sending a message. He says, "Oh, you retards in town, look at your minimap and defend the base." Well, he's absolutely right, because they've won in the town. They've killed off all the enemy in the town. There's only an IKV-65-2 down in the south. But look at the base. The base area is going to be invaded very, very shortly. And so the Demontaxidriver needs to find a firing position where he can fire back on his own cap to reset it. And what better place to do it than from here on the other side of these buildings, because the enemy can't see him directly, but they could head in this direction. Okay, he's got nobody to spot for him except the 88 and the T-34-85, but they should be able to withstand some of the enemy forces, and the rest of his team have suddenly realized that what's happening, and they are in danger. And he's now lining up a shot on the enemy cap. That 88 is headed this way. What are you doing? You're going in the wrong direction. Okay, there's a Cromwell. You can hit that. Round out. Oh, 66 hit points of splash. Stunned him. And there's a Type 58 firing in this direction using the ridgeline. He's almost reloaded. There's somebody in the cap, but he can't see who it is. The T-34 needs to get closer. He's asking them to spot the base. There's the T-34-85 in the enemy team. He fires around at that one. Gets a direct hit. Gets 32 capture points reduced. And There's another one in the cap, and that M4 just took a hit, so his cap points have been reduced. I think Demon's going to go for him next. Round out, hits the target. 4 capture points reduced. So he's now definitely on 36. And he's picking up stun assist off that M4. But we can't see the T-3485. So he's going to fire. Oh, no, there the M4's been killed. But there's still somebody in the cap, and it must be that T-3485. There he is. Dialing in and round out. And that's I think it was, yes, it was a close hit, but it didn't do enough. It didn't do enough to reset the cap. And he's been joined now by a KV-85, which is using his tank as defense. But he managed to pick up some capture points and some hit points off those vehicles. So long as he keeps firing in that direction, he should be able to damage them. And he's going to put the shell between them. Oh, yes, he damaged both of them and picked up some more capture points, more stun points. T-3485's gone down. Just this KV-85. And there's another Cromwell nearby. There's only that KV-85 in the cap at the moment. But there is a Hellcat and Cromwell nearby. Okay, KV-85's gone down. There's the Hellcat. Lining up a shot on him. Almost reloaded. Round out straight away. Don't know if that did any damage. I think the Hellcat pulled back, or if it did, it moved. We can't see the Cromwell. Right, we are now starting to get close to the enemy cap, but that tower is in the way. So he's going to have to adjust his position a little to get at that VK3601. He looks like a bit of an AFK, actually. He's not moving. Round out. Direct hit. 139. Good strike. He's loaded. Round out. Oh, splash kill. 122 hit points. That's his first kill of the game. There's still 4 enemy vehicles out there though. 2 tank destroyers, 1 medium, 1 Arty. Well, we know where the Cromwell and the Hellcat are. They're behind the railway station. There's the IKV. We just don't know where the Arty is. Probably in the dip. And he fires around behind the building and manages to pick up 82 hit points of splash. And it made a lovely sound as it went past that shell. Right, the Cromwell's getting close. Okay, he's pivoting round. Dialing in. Unfortunately, now he's too close to the Cromwell to get an accurate shot. So he's had to back off. And he's turned. Oh, beautiful! Right in the face. 130 hit points. Takes out the Cromwell. Reduces the enemy now to 3 vehicles. So it's 4 on 3. Okay. Oh, he just took a hit from the enemy Arty, and we now know where the enemy Arty is. He's down in the corner of the map. He's on the K road. But the Cromwell must have seen him. Enemy Arty dialed in straight away and shot. And he took a hit for 146 hit points. So he's going to have to relocate. Best thing he can do at this moment is to head down to the far end here. But pop out at the other side, because there's only the IKV down at that end plus the Arty. The other tank, the Hellcat, is up at the railway station. That's what we believe. And the reason we believe that is the KV2s are up there. And they will be stopping the Hellcat from capping. Round out on the IKV. No, it's too short. And he's going through the centre of the swamp, which of course you can do now. Before, you had to go by that sunken road, and there was a good chance you might fall off the sunken road. Now you can actually drive through the centre of the swamp, although it is a bit of an exposed area. But the problem this means is that the IKV-65 could be joining the Hellcat on the cap. And in fact, actually, the demontaxidriver is now telling his team to move. The MT-25 is headed down into the dip, to look for the enemy Arty. He's not there. I think he's on the K row. I think that artillery round proves that he's on the K row. And Demon Taxi Driver is pre-aiming there to see if the MT25 can spot him. The moment he's spotted, Demon Taxi Driver can hit him. He's in amongst those trees for sure. No, he's moved. Oh, he's probably gone up the railway line. Now that's interesting. So he's headed towards the cap as well. They're all going to the cap. Yes, there he is. He's on the railway line, headed in that direction. He must have known the MT25 was coming that way. And Demon Taxi Driver fires. That's a bit late. Yep. He looks like he's going to use the bridge to get across. Not going into the dip. That makes him vulnerable, but it is quicker. So long as you don't get too close to the edge, it can be very dicey if you try to turn around. Don't try to turn around on that bridge. You will fall off it. He fires at the end. Beautiful shot. Oh, lovely one. He clipped him for 133. That was a really good shot, that was. He gave enough lead. He's tracked him. The MT25's catching up and finishes him off. Now, the enemy is capping. Now, can Demon Taxi Driver pick up some more cap points off them? Well, I think so. There's the Hellcat. He's using the Rex for cover. Oh, but he pulls out of the cap. Unfortunately, we lost the KV-2 to the IKV-65. But he gets a lovely hit there on the Hellcat. 6 capture points. 258 hit points. And he stopped capping. Now, I think he's just backing away from the cap. Either that or he's noticed the MT25 and he's reluctant to cap whilst that MT25 is still there. The IKV must be in the corner, and that's why... No, there he is. He's actually the other side of the railway tracks. And he's headed towards the MT25 to try and take him out. No. Demon Taxi Driver's going to try and intercept him. No, that's going to be too late. Now, this is going to be a problem, because that IKV might be able to take out our MT25, who's retreating. He's loaded, but the question is, where is the IKV-65? We can't see him now. The MT-25's gone the other side of the bridge. He's going down through the dip. I think he's going to see... There's the 65. Okay, 65 didn't see him. Hadn't seen him, so he doesn't know where he's gone. So he's done a quick Yui, and he's headed back this way. Again, on the wrong side of the tracks from the MT-25. Demon Taxi Driver lines him up for a shot. Fires around in. Long range. That must have hit the 65. MT-25's heading back there to see if he can catch the 65 in the rear. Give him a big dose of surprise butt sex. Whilst Demon Taxi Driver lines up the Hellcat for a splash hit. Oh, that was beautiful shot. 200 hit points. Right on the money. Wipes him out. And that IKV is being a real nuisance. He noticed that the MT-25 was coming up behind him, stopped and turned around. The MT-25's trying to get around him. Demon Taxi Driver fires in and wipes him out. 74 hit points, wins the game, 4 kills. And with the 2-minute hooter coming up at the last second, oh my gum. And the win 8 for that battle was 4698. Wow, that was a high one. Now, let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well he did. Oh my gum, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's an ace tanker in the M44 for the Demon Taxi Driver. He picks up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 23 in that battle. 23. 4 critical hits alone from the AMX-13 F3. 4 on the Hellcat when he hit it. Beautiful shots. He got a fighter badge as well for getting at least 4 kills, a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a defender medal because he managed to reduce the cap by at least 70 cap points, and yes, he did keep repeatedly hitting them while they were in the cap. So yes, he was building it up bit by bit by bit. And lastly, he picked up a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy team than anyone else on his team. And just look at that. Very, very nice indeed. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, highest damage on his team, 2,530 hit points. But he didn't get the highest score overall. That went to the IKV-65, who managed to get 2,857 hit points, and he picked up the high caliber as well as a fighter medal for his 5 kills. Demontaxidriver managed to get 4 kills, but he also picked up the highest base XP of 1,217 experience points altogether. So let's have a look and see what the detail report says. 25 rounds fired, 9 direct hits, 9 penetrations, 13 splash damage. Did damage of 2,530 hit points, of which 2,400 was at more than 300 meters. And some of those shots were sheer beautiful, especially that shot on the IKV right at the end to wipe him out. And the one on the Hellcat, well, he fired for a splash, but he actually caught the Hellcat square on, right on the side. But I think the best shot of the battle, probably the Cromwell, right in his face. At very short order, very close range. He had to move to suddenly get the Cromwell lined up because the buildings are in the way. But as soon as he did, he was able to line him up. Bang, shot went out, Cromwell dead. Beautiful, just like I like to see. And it shows you're an expert Arty player if you can do that sort of thing. It really surprises the tank drivers when they get hit by a sudden shot like that on the fly. He managed to get 1 hit as a result of splash damage. That was from the AMX-13F3, who spotted him after the Cromwell saw him and obviously put a shell in, but he wasn't accurate enough to take out Demontaxidriver. And Demontaxidriver managed to hit 10 of the enemy, but only got 4 kills. But he did do damage assistance of 285 and stun assistance of 954 off 18 stuns. He managed to get 83 defense points in the cap. 83, that was more than I thought he actually got, because I was thinking he was around about 60, 70 mark, but yes, he managed to get 83 in total, and I think it certainly helped with that Hellcat at the end. He received 54,213 credits for the battle, 10,000 credits for a personal mission payout, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he still had a profit of 50,529 credits. And this is from a non-premium vehicle. You've got to remember that all the time. A non-premium vehicle earning premium paybacks. Excellent work. He received 1,826 XP, got 913 XP for a personal missions payout, giving him a total of 2,739 XP altogether. And again, it's a great score. So well done there, Demontaxidriver. Keep it up. Send us more replays like that, will you? It's lovely to see it when you do a long range shot, especially when you're anticipating where the enemy is and you fire a round in and they just walk right into the shell, especially like that AMX-13F3 or the Cromwell. Beautiful. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that we'll be featuring in the next video.